Hi, this is Jeff Lesher with What's the Point? And I've been thinking a lot about leadership by example, and that example can be as bad as it can be good. And either way, it has a tremendous impact. And we are surrounded by examples of this to a frightening, to a really disturbing, to an often tragic, and I would say even deadly degree, including related to the mass shootings that continue to happen in our country. But here's the leadership lesson. If you lead unethically, you can actually not just create your own truth, you can create your own facts. So here's an example of how this works. The gun lobby was so afraid of any kind of gun regulation and safety measure, not banning of guns, but smart guns, locks, etc., that in the 1990s, they, through a single legislator, passed a law that essentially made it illegal for the CDC and other government entities to study one of the leading causes of death in our country, gunshot. And by doing so, fast forward almost 30 years to today, and valid, believable, ethical scientists are saying, we don't know the answer to the question of what steps we could take to make gun violence less prominent and prevalent because we don't have the research to support it because research was forbidden. Now, that's an extreme case, but a really important one, and it leads us into the point for you, which is if you really want to know what your options are, you have to allow for those options to be studied or create a circumstance in which you can test before you fully commit. And if you choose not to, and then say, well, my options are limited, or I can't do that because I don't have the information to support it, that's on you. And so you are sowing and then reaping exactly what you intend, or at least allow for. It doesn't make you a bad person, by the way, but it does make your decision-making questionable, or at the very least, limited and limiting. So let's flip this over to the more positive side. If you want to create insight that creates options, that enable actions that can make the difference that you want, if you really want them, then allow yourself to learn enough to be informed in that way. And if you're not open to it, own that. And basically tell people, I don't want to have an answer other than the one that I'm giving you, which is, I don't know and I don't care. Or at least I don't care to know. And if that's the point, I need to know that so I can steer clear of you. And if you have a different approach and you can demonstrate your execution of it and your commitment to it, I'm with you all day long. And folks, that's the point. If you really want to engage the right people in the right way, live to a standard that is not either escapist or otherwise disingenuous, often to a dangerous and potentially even deadly degree.